Parents strongly caution the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
So happy Tuesday night, y'all. So it's a little bit of a special event. So we got some very, very good friends of ours that we met a couple months back. One of them I talk to all the time. He's become a very good friend of mine. I love these guys. Obviously, I got the shirt. Go get some merch, by the way. Just a ploy to go buy their merch and fucking help these guys out.
Yes.
But we're actually going to do two videos for you tonight. We're going to do one of their other music videos right now called Stepping Stone. Then we are bringing the guys on to ensue in the fucking chaos that is Sound Injection. So on that, we're jumping right into the very first video of Stepping Stone. And then your asses better stay because the premiere of their new video is also tonight. So don't fucking go nowhere and stay for the whole goddamn show. I mean, just like you would a live show. Just fucking stay. Anyway. Here we go.
Baby,
bright day. Not me to get there, then I'm on my
All right, and here are the boys. How you guys doing tonight?
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So, a little story. A couple of months back, we actually found these guys on YouTube, as we do a lot of bands, and absolutely love their fucking music. I love stoner and sludge metal and doom metal, and I'm all over the board. I fucking love all of it. So I was like, this is fucking fantastic. And me and Corey here started fucking talking and getting to know each other over Facebook and shit like that. Got them on, and they are absolutely amazing. I've been looking forward to this for a long ass fucking time to actually get to talk to these guys. So
we're happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So my first question is, I know where you guys are from because I'm from the same state. What is the metal scene like where you live?
None.
Scattered.
That's why I was going to ask.
And Texas Hippie Coalition lives down the street, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I figured because like I'm like middle of. I know where you're at. I know that. Where the fuck do you play? You've got to travel a hell of a ways to probably be able to play any shows.
Yep.
Well, we actually have a pretty good following, and it's so we kind of Chris has a loyal following. We just kind of brought him into the band, so now we have a lot of people that kind of follow us around when we go play.
That's good. That's good. So, how often do you guys get to play?
Well, once so far. Well, yeah, we practice once a week, and every so often we'll have people show up and watch our practices. But so far, we've only had one concert. It was last October when we debuted Stepping Stone.
Okay. All right. Damn. Y'all sound like me because for us here, I live on a small island, and there is no scene here. The closest place for me is 2.5 hours south to go to Jacksonville, Florida. So it's either 2.5 hours to Jacksonville, 5 hours to Charlotte, or 5 hours to Atlanta. That's my only options if I want to go to a local show or any show for that fucking matter. So
yeah, we pretty much have to go to Dallas or Oklahoma City or Tulsa.
Oh, that's terrifying. Which we actually had a Tulsa band on last night.
Oh yeah,
yes, we did. Damn, I forgot.
We had 13 minutes on last night, and they're from Tulsa. So we might have to hook y'all up with them.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
I think we follow them already, and I don't really know a whole lot about them.
No, they're fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. All right,
yeah,
you're on deck.
What's your guys' favorite scary movie?
You actually
I knew that question was coming at some point during this podcast.
Personally, mine is Green Inferno.
Okay.
Shit,
Man.
you went straight grotesque.
That's dark.
Wow.
That's real dark.
It's cultured.
But I would have to probably say, like, if I'm going to pick one, probably like one of the original Dracula movies. When they actually tried to make it look like they weren't acting, but you could really tell that they were.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, just one of the older horror movies, more than I think. The newer ones are just too predictable. I mean, they're going to try and scare you. They were putting music in. You leave doors open. Come on, man. Everybody knows in a horror movie, shut the damn door.
Don't run.
Or trip.
Don't run.
Cheap
You'll
jump
trip.
scares. They always do your little cheap jump scares and the ominous music leading up to the cheap jump scare. And I understand that fully.
I'd say my favorite would be Grateful. What is that? Back from the Dead. Yeah.
Oh, Night of the Living Dead. Yeah,
that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
Night of the Living Dead is a good one. I even like the remake was really good too.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I definitely enjoyed that. I actually like, if you ever get a chance, it was done in I think it was the late 80s or early 90s. It was actually done by Peter Jackson. And it is a B-rated film done by Peter Jackson. Same Peter Jackson did Lord of the Rings and Kong and all that shit. It's a movie called Dead Alive. And it is fucking grotesque. And if you ever get a chance, fucking watch.
Right up my alley.
Oh, it is. I mean, I think at one point it was called the goriest horror movie ever made whenever it first came out. And for many years after that, but it's called Dead Alive, and it is fucking fantastic. Trust me, there's fucking super mutant zombies and baby zombies and zombies fucking and oh, yeah.
No, the first time I saw Hostel was when I got introduced to a whole new genre of horror movies, and I was like, yeah, this is what I was looking for.
Oh, see, Hostel fucking makes my skin crawl.
That's the point.
I like the monster movies, like, you know, fucking Frankenstein, werewolves, zombies, vampires. Like, that's my type of shit. Killer dolls. Like, I like all that shit. But if I know it's something that could actually happen, it freaks me the fuck out. And I know that's the point, and that's what the movie's supposed to do. But I don't know. It just it's very unnerving to me, and I'm just like, no. Nope.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it makes me angry when I watch movies like Hostel and shit like that. The only movie I could not finish is Human Centipede. Nope.
Oh, look,
that's a classic.
Human Centipede.
I could not finish it. I could not finish it. Dude.
I never attempted to watch it.
That's not even a movie. Get that here.
I have never attempted to watch it. Like, I haven't attempted to watch that other one. What's that other one that's real bad that's up there with Green Inferno that everybody talks about? No, I know I've seen Terrifier.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name of it.
The Serbian film?
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
That's what it's called, the Serbian film.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
Yes, that's literally what it's called, and apparently it is bad. Like, really, I've never watched it. I've heard about scenes in it, and nope, I'm good. No, thank you. All right, Mosh, you up on deck, brother.
Well, I mean, to start my, chaos tonight, what's the strangest food y'all have ever eaten?
Oh, Lord.
Mine probably was definitely.
He knows where I'm going.
I'm not telling nobody.
So I used to drive an 18-wheeler, and my buddy and I were driving down the highway, and he sees this giant billboard with a bull on it with a cowboy hat, and it's It's the Testicle Festival. and he was like, we got to go. And I'm stuck driving it. I'm in the truck with him, so I don't really have much of a choice. He's going. I'm going too. So, I mean, when in Rome, But yeah, they're definitely a little odd.
Yeah, I actually have my own story. Growing up, my grandmother lived in Ada, Oklahoma. And she used every Sunday, there's always like family get-togethers. Well, I'm going up to the table and they would eat all kinds of shit. Like, they like catfish and frog legs and crawfish and all that shit. Well, I see these goddamn round things that look like fucking chicken nuggets. And I'm like, what are those? And she's like, oh, that's exactly what I was told. Those are chicken nuggets. I'm like, all right. So I grab a whole fucking handful of them. I pile them. And I'm dipping them in ketchup and fucking tossing them back. And I'm like, these don't really taste like chicken nuggets. These are a little bit different, but I mean, they're okay. They're all right. I eat every damn one of them. The next day is when I get told what they actually fucking were. And I've never felt so sick in my whole fucking life. I don't think I ate for like 2 days. I couldn't fucking anything, any side of any food, especially chicken nuggets. No,
well, That's not the story I was trying to get out, but that will work just as well.
That'll mess McDonald's up for you real fast right there, boy.
Yeah, I can't do because that's exactly what they
Get them
fucking look like.
McNuggets.
Exactly what they look like is fucking McNuggets, and no,
Nope.
Little 10-piece going on.
Oh man.
nope. If that shit don't look like a fucking actual chicken finger, like a damn tenderloin fucking battered and shit, I am not fucking eating that motherfucker. You can
Deep
kiss
fried
my ass.
gushers. Ooh.
Dude, you're gonna make me fucking sick, CB.
Oh, my real.
All right, how about
shit.
you other two? What you got?
I would suggest seeing some of the stuff in gumbos I've eaten.
Yeah.
It's some of it's unexplainable.
I mean, if you ever tasted rattlesnake? Rattlesnake is actually pretty good, man.
Yeah, rattlesnake's good.
Rattlesnake, gator tail,
Mhm.
stuff like that. Man, yeah.
Oh,
I heated a
fuck,
piece of rattlesnake. Go ahead.
gator tail's a fucking everyday thing here. So
Yeah. It's swordfish, man. Swordfish is pretty good. You ever had swordfish? Pretty damn good.
that's the steak of the sea.
Man, yes, sir.
Can't wait to try that.
Yeah,
Good.
swordfish is absolutely fucking pristine.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So, if you guys, each one of you, this is a personal question for each one. If you could tour with 3 bands of your choice, dead or alive, who would you choose to go on tour with?
Tough one, huh?
This one always shuts everybody up.
I've got some choices.
Yeah, I've got quite a few actually.
So if I were to tour with any bands, I think it would have to be Kawar, The Sword, and Rob Zombie.
See, you got me. I love the Sword. Love the Sword. I found them several years ago, again, perusing fucking YouTube.
No, and they've broken up already.
Yeah. That's
Ouch.
heartbreaking.
It
I did not know
happens.
that. Rob Zombie, always one of my fucking favorites. He's one of the very first. I think that was the first music video I ever seen when I started watching Beavis and Butthead for the first time, and it was Thunder Kiss 65, and I've been a fan of Zombie ever since.
The very second heavy metal song I heard in my entire life was Dragula.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Dang,
Very
you found
good
out about metal a little late, didn't you?
Well, I grew up in a town full of nothing but country listeners, an entire family but nothing but country listeners, and I had to find something to piss them off.
Okay, fair enough. I feel you on that because I was kind of subjected to like arena rock. Like my parents listened to like, I don't know, fucking Jefferson Airplane and REO Speedwagon and Def Leppard, and they did listen to that. So
No,
that was
my household really came off the AM station.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Mine was MTV. The minute I was an MTV kid. And I think I started watching MTV. I think by the time I discovered Headbangers Ball, I was about 10 years old. And the very first music video I seen was Motorhead, Ace of Spades. And that's what I was still a huge Motorhead fan to this day.
Okay. Man, honestly, if I'm naming 3 bands, it's gonna be like Dream Theater, Rush, and like there's a band back in the 80s and 90s called Leatherwolf. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them. Great band.
That sounds familiar.
I don't
I have to look into that.
Leatherwolf was ahead of their time, man. They really were. I mean, they didn't have a really big following, but they should have.
There's a lot of bands like that. A ton.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, what you got?
Man, I'd have to say Zeppelin, Blackfoot, is ZZ Top.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nice lineup.
Very nice.
Oh.
Those tickets would be expensive.
Yeah. Very.
I've always been a Blackfoot fan since the 70s. I love it. You know, they got some good jam. That really got my hard rock and roll going when I was young.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, CB, you up, brother?
what is some of the best advice that you've gotten as a child and used it throughout your life?
never, ever give up, no matter how hard it is. Because, I mean, there are a lot of guys, man, like, the guy that, the guy that invented the light bulb. He's like, somebody asked him, he said, man, Thomas Edison, why did you try so many times to invent the light bulb? Because you just kept failing. He said, because I hadn't invented the light bulb yet. I just found 635 ways not to. So just don't give up, man. Keep going. Because your next try could be the one that could get you where you want to go.
Fair enough. I like it.
You want to go next, Chris?
Nah, I'm thinking.
Aside from what James just said, one thing that my dad used to tell me all the time growing up, he was like, when you make the money, you can make the rules. So talking about like me trying to change the thermostat in the house or not thinking something was fair. And that mindset, helped me succeed in my personal life because I knew that, hey, my dad was right. Once I had the money to do everything I needed to do, nobody could tell me what I had to do because I had the money to tell them no.
Right.
I like that. I like that.
I think my biggest deal would be if it crossed my mind that I hope my daddy didn't find out, then I shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
I think that would be my best thing to pass on. If it crossed your mind not to do it, you let your conscience be your guide.
Yeah, I 100% fucking agree with that one. All right, Mosh, you're up on deck.
All right, guys. DC or Marvel?
I'm a Marvel guy.
Marvel all the way.
Wow, that was pretty fast.
Damn. I was not expecting that one at all.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like DC too, but I mean, yeah. If I'm choosing between the two, it's going to be Marvel.
Well, see, and I'm saying that with the Superman thing.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, given the
I didn't know about Deadpool when I got the Superman tattoo.
I get you on that. But what is y'all's favorite hero and y'all's favorite villain from Marvel? Ooh, that one's not going to be
hero. Favorite hero is definitely Deadpool. Villain, I guess Loki.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Damn. I mean, Deadpool is more anti-hero, but I'll give it to you.
Hey,
he's a good guy in his movie.
Fucking hero.
Man, honestly, if I'm picking one guy from Marvel, it's gonna be Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes. I mean, he's one of the underrated ones, but I mean, yeah, he's always there in a pinch, man, even with one arm. So
I dig that.
It's gotta be Bucky, man. Honestly,
I gotta pick a villain.
A villain
could be Bucky too.
I gotta have that villain too.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. It could be the same guy. Wow.
So,
man, I don't know. Yeah, go ahead. I gotta think about that.
I'd have to go with the Joker on the villain. Always
That's
liked
DC
him.
though.
Wow.
That's DC.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Batman?
Yeah, that is
Batman.
DC.
I quit. I didn't have time to play.
You didn't change your answer. Huh?
He's still
I mean, that is a hard question though, because there's so many to choose from. I mean, I know this guy, he can go on about Moon Knight and Mr. Sinister all fucking night long.
Yeah, because that's mine. Mine are the
That's
fucking
why I
weird.
said
Mine are
that's
the
my
weird
thing.
ones that hardly anybody fucking knows exist. Same thing with DC. It's fucking a hero and villain that nobody really even knows if fucking exists. So I always have to be the fucking odd man out.
I mean, somebody's got to be.
I don't know. I mean, I guess probably like Red Skull.
That's a good
If
one.
I'm picking one.
Villain. Good villain.
I mean, because he goes on to be like the keeper of the Soul Stone and all that later on. So I mean, he actually is integrated into the MCU quite a bit. So yeah,
They did good casting on him too.
Yeah.
That they did. That dude did a great job.
Oh yeah.
All right, how about a hero? Who you got on hero?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hero, he said
Yeah, he said Bucky on Hero.
Oh, Bucky, that's right. That's right. I gotcha. So,
now we're on Chris, I believe.
oh, he tapped out. He tapped out.
No, Chris, he changed his answer to DC and said Batman and Joker.
Oh, damn.
That's fair.
Well, I mean,
I'm a little bit older than y'all.
Yeah, he took the easy way out.
Yeah.
All right, so before we get into the halfway point and actually showing y'all's new music video, at what point in your life did you decide that you wanted to be a musician? Was it a band that you seen, a song that you heard? What was that instance that made you decide that this is what you want to do?
I would say family reunion. They sat around, played guitars, uncles, and it was the main attraction. So I kind of wanted to be a part of it and became a part of it. And it just kind of escalated as I got older. Something like that. Kind of what inspired me, I guess. And I always had music in me. Getting in trouble for beating on the desk in school and stuff like that. And instead of putting me in band, they put me in home ec. So I had to learn on my own.
I mean, as far back as I can remember, I had a step grandfather of mine. He used to sit on the front porch of the front steps of the house and play the harmonica for me and my sister when we were, oh God, probably 2 or 3 years old. And I remember having a little drum set back then and beating around on it. And it's just the older I got. I went to a party one night. A guy was playing. He stopped playing. I sat down, and I just kept playing ever since then. I mean, and it's just something that I just love it. I love it. I mean, it makes my soul happy.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Right. No, and then around when I was 13 years old, I started watching, MTV and stuff like that. And I saw all the guitar players were getting all the girls. And, I wasn't necessarily that great at football or anything else that had to stick out, So I was like, well, it's time to pick up an instrument. And that worked out not at all. So, but I learned how to play the guitar. So,
Trade, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, see,
they lie about that.
I chose bass, and everybody tried to talk me out of it. They're like, no one gives a shit about the bass player. No one. And I'm like, go be a guitarist, go be a drummer. That's what gets all the girls. I was like, I really don't care. I want to play the bass. I want to be like Lemmy. And they're like, no, go guitar, go drums. I'm like, no, I really, really want to play the fucking bass. Like, that's literally are you sure? Motherfucker, what I say? Yes, that's what I want to do.
The story you have on Lemmy is just pure fucking gold.
I'll do that after the show. That's a good story. That's a long ass story. But on that, we are going to get into playing their new music video. So this is Wake the Dead, which will be available on YouTube after the show, correct? It should be, if not already.
Yeah,
but
it's already up there right now. It should be.
All right, well, everybody gets to watch it right now. So we are going to get into Wake the Dead.
Hope y'all enjoy.
You killed it this time. Yeah.
So first off, I love the fucking song. Love the song.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Secondly, the one thing that I really love about it is the fact I'm a huge lover of B-rated horror films. I love fucking cheap ass fucking B-rated horror films. I've loved them ever since I'm a kid. I still love them to this day. And it has that like straight up fucking classic like B-rated zombie film that is on the fucking back shelf that everybody tries to fucking hide, and all of us fucking horror nerds fucking find it and get it and fucking rave about it, and it pisses off the general public.
Well, good. That's exactly what we were going for.
Absolutely.
Well, you fucking aced that. You aced it.
Yeah, you damn.
And I don't know who the hell did the face paint, but that shit was pristine.
That was actually my wife.
Yeah.
Really? She did a fucking fabulous job. Fabulous.
She would be happy to hear that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she's that. It's actually the woman that's standing in the very end of the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm sitting here like I like her reaction at the end of the video. Like, who's cleaning up all these dead bodies? Because it sure is
Exactly.
So how long did it take you guys to shoot that?
4 hours,
4
maybe.
hours, probably.
God damn. Okay.
Big pack of hot dogs and a can of chili.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I feel like that's really the only way to do is get a bunch of your fucking friends together and just do something fucking cool. Because there's so much technology out there for people to learn and do, and bands back in the day, they didn't have access to all this stuff that we do now.
No,
so I mean, you could take that money, save the money, do the music video yourself. Now, are you going to get some shit like Falling in Reverse with the Hollywood fucking CGI and all that shit? No, but you can still create a great product that everybody's going to fucking like. You can still get your name out there. You can still blow your fucking band up and put that money elsewhere, like, fucking new instruments and new equipment and shit you probably need more.
Records.
Right. Oh, that's right. You guys are. I swear, you better let me know the fucking minute that shit comes out.
Oh yeah, it'll be this October.
Definitely.
Yeah, I want one of them fucking vinyls bad. I remember you telling me about it, us having that discussion that's what you guys were trying to do. So
that was the goal.
That was the whole goal from the beginning. The fact that all the rest of this has happened has just kind of been extra, good stuff.
Yeah. Icing on the cake.
Yeah.
I see that. All right, CB, what's your thoughts, brother?
All right. So with technology growing and improving every single day, what is one of the earliest forms of technology that you remember growing up? So recently I've seen CD players being displayed in museums, along with the earliest of the cell phones that I used to use growing up. So what are some of the things that you guys remember growing up that you have your best memories with?
Man, I can't remember the name of the game, but it was a handheld space game. And I was probably 5 years old. And it was just a little handheld space games. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. So yeah, that was still little beep 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 beep. Yeah, I'm old. That was like
I still remember the handheld games whenever I was a kid, like fucking Castlevania and Batman and Donkey Kong and fucking
Football.
Atari was like the first fucking gaming console I ever had. And
I remember when Atari came out.
I was talking to one of the girls at work that works the front counter, and she's like 21, 22 years old, and she thought that I was like way fucking younger, and I was like, no. I'm like old enough to know what fucking Atari is, and I played Atari. What's an Atari?
Y'all are making me feel young because I started out on the regular Nintendo.
Yeah. I would say one of those two, just much later.
Yeah. I'm saying I started out on it. I don't remember not having it.
I would say some of the technology I remember,
young man.
probably in the 70s, it took 20 minutes to heat up a can of corn on the stove. And then I remember when the microwave started coming into the households, and now it takes 2 minutes to heat up a can of corn, and we can't wait. We got to turn it off when there's 3 seconds left. When I was young, it took 20 minutes to heat it up. So that was a good technology curve right there when the microwave came in. Nowadays we can't even wait 2 minutes.
Right.
Oh, I know. People's I guess their patience and the time that they're willing to wait for things. Like back in the day, it was no problem, but now it's like everything has to be like instant gratification.
Yeah,
Right then.
Like,
I mean, that's like when Napster came out. It'd take you 2 days to download a song. I'm like, man, this is happening so fast.
Go back the next day and it went a little bit more. But yeah.
I know. I remember getting Bear Share, and like you could do like up to, I think on Bear Share and LimeWire you could do like 10 or 15 songs at a time, and like I'd just leave the computer up for like 3-4 days and go check it. I'm like, oh damn, fuck it, it's almost there. Oh shit, it's almost there, and it'd take like fucking a week to get like 15 fucking songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that shit.
Well, that's like everybody's worried about internet privacy, nowadays. Back when, we were sharing music, we just give you our data. We didn't give a shit. Here, just give us the free music. We'll take the viruses too, crash the computer. I don't give a shit. I'm making mix CDs.
Yeah. No, I remember kids selling fucking mix CDs in fucking school. It was like they go around and be like, you want a mix CD of $5 a CD, and fucking, all right, give me your list of like 15 songs, and they'd fucking bring you the CD the next day of fucking their 15 songs, and they were making fucking hands over fists in cash, $5 at a time.
But that was way better than having to wait for the song to come on the radio with an empty cassette in there going like, all right, and do it.
I did that.
And then next thing you know, you get ready to play it after you listen to it, and you're like, oh crap, I never hit the record button. Shit, I gotta wait again.
Yeah, I still remember the night when, so I was a huge Marilyn Manson fan. When I heard Sweet Dreams for the first time, I remember literally on a Friday night, I knew they would eventually play it. And I sat there with that cassette in the fucking thing shut. And like, literally, I'm like reading comic books with like my finger on that fucking record button to catch. Like, I mean, I set it all up and I finally did. And they played it at like 2 a.m. in the morning. I was fucking, I almost missed it. I fucking hit it. And I was so goddamn proud of myself. And I had to do that shit for a lot of, like, I did that shit with fucking Saliva when Click Click Boom came out. Because we were still, I guess that was about the time the CDs were first starting to come out. Yeah, it was right then when all the new metal bands started coming out in the fucking mid 90s and all that shit. And I know some of these people watching the show are like, who? It's bad that you say names like Saliva or Puddle of Mud and shit like that, and everybody's like, who the fuck is that?
You're talking about oldies, right?
Yeah. Dude, when I was going to work the other day, and I usually don't listen to the radio station at all. I usually listen to like Amazon. I do Amazon Unlimited, and I'm going, and I didn't realize I had it on the soft rock station because the very first song up was fucking Korn. And so I'm sitting there fucking listening, jamming and shit. And then after that, the next song is fucking Slipknot. And then after that, it's like, hey, you listen to the classic rock station of fucking Savannah. I'm like, classic rock? No.
Yeah.
No.
Back in my day, bread cost a nickel.
Yep.
Slipknot and Korn are now considered classic rock.
Everything that we grew up with is now considered classic. That's just the way it is.
I remember when I was younger.
25 years videos on Facebook, like songs that turn 25 years, and I'm sitting here like, holy shit, I'm getting old.
Oh yeah.
No, and the bad thing is when I was younger, I used to always think, I was like, wow, if that's how far music has come since, when I was, back in the 70s and stuff, like what's it going to be like in 2020? And it really didn't change much from the 90s, just a little bit, kind of floated back into pop music.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you're starting to see heavy metal like kind of get into using like the fucking EDM type stuff. And I've even seen a couple of metal bands here lately that have been integrating saxophones into the music, which I gotta say it's actually pretty fucking cool. Not gonna lie, I actually like some of them.
But it's hard to say that they're the first. I mean, because, you know, Rob Zombie and Rammstein are both, you know, big electric dance music, you know, metal bands. So, I mean, you know, it's kind of been going that direction.
Yeah, because Rob Zombie was kind of using the electro type stuff back then, you know, for a lot of stuff. And, you know, Rammstein with the whole industrial movement and all that stuff. But, like, I mean, honestly,
they got to Sleep Token.
I like Sleep Token. Do y'all like Sleep Token? I like Sleep Token.
Man,
for what my wife has showed me.
They're like that now.
Like their whole freaking North American tour is sold out though. I saw that shit on Facebook today. I'm like, damn.
Wow.
You can
I really like Sleep Token.
It's okay. You can admit it.
Watching.
Highly doubt it. But it's
you never know. Don't sell yourself short, you know.
So on that, each one of you, what brand of instrument do you guys like to use? Is there a certain one, or are you just kind of all over the place?
I kind of use whatever's cheap. Personally, I'm a bigger Dean or BC Rich fan, but I'm currently using a fake Gibson. Chinese Gibson that I've just got hot wired into, you know, with some really hot pickups in it. I've got lace death buckers in it. Okay. So not really a tone wood kind of guy. I'm more like hey, it looks cool and start cram nice stuff into it. That sounds good.
I dig it. Well, I mean, that's kind of the whole point of like stoner metal anyways. It's always been like that. It's always been very dirty and very grungy, and that's kind of the sound that, you know, it's known for. That's the whole fucking purpose. All right, how about you, Chris? I know you're the bass player and the front man. Come on, let me.
I don't know shit about the bass. I've only been playing for a year now, and Corey's like, man, I wish we had a bass player, because I was playing a guitar and singing. And he's like, we need a bass player. And I was like, well, you play the guitar and I play the bass. So I just kind of picked up the bass. I got one that was given to me in '93. I found in a dumpster, or we found it, and me and another guy, and it was junk. It thrown in the closet all these years, and decided to get it out and hang it on the wall. And hey, it kind of worked. So spent a little bit of money on it, and now we're playing an old bass. It's like a '70 model Japan brand. It's lightweight. It's small. It's kind of like my little, like a guitar, you know. But I like it. It fits good. I don't like the big, long basses, big, heavy basses. I've had health issues, so the lighter weight one really fits me well. So
okay, fair enough.
Kind of, you know, I'm sure there's a lot better brands out there, but for what I'm doing, it seems to be working. I'm just going to roll with it. Hang it on the wall one day when it stops.
The man's treasure.
All right, all right, drummer, what you got?
Oh man, I mean, right now, I think that I'm playing on a kit that Chris actually had. I mean, we've got Remo silent stroke heads on it. And I use a DW double bass pedal, Remo heads, Zildjian sticks. But yeah, I mean, if I'm given the choice, I'll probably buy like DW drums, hardware, Zildjian cymbals, you know. But right now, we got what we got, and we're making it work. So.
Okay.
Yeah, doing the best we can with what we got.
That's right.
Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, CB, what you got?
What is something unique that each one of you collects?
Knives.
Knives.
Ninja Turtle figurines.
I have collected almost 100 knives, swords, tomahawks. Yeah, I love bladed weapons.
Can me and you get up, because I'm a big knife. Anything sharp, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Did somebody say Ninja Turtle figurines?
The entire room behind us is full of them.
Whoa. Cabinets.
Are we talking like just figurines all the way across the board, or like everything, or like a specific time period?
Dude, there's the blimp.
Anything. It started out directed, and then it just kind of and it got out of hand.
Ran out of room.
Yeah.
A whole bedroom.
It's all right, because I am a huge Star Wars fanatic, and I collect these Star Wars Funko Pops. And I've got, if you looked over here, there is shit tons of fucking Star Wars Funko Pops that I collect. So yeah, you mentioned figurines, and you got my attention.
Well, they reissued all the old 1990s original Ninja Turtle action figures when the new movie came out, the animated one with Seth Rogen and stuff like that. And I'd never bought any of the reprints prior because the packaging was different, but these were all identical to the original ones that I had when I was a kid. And I started buying those, and then it just kind of that in between people giving me stuff. Because it's like I end up with so much Ninja Turtle gifts. It's like, oh, cool. I have no place to put this.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like me. Anybody who knows me who goes and gets a gift, it's either Star Wars or fucking sports related or music related. That's it. That's all I fucking care about. It's very easy to get me shit. Very easy.
Right.
Go ahead and get him a Star Trek stuff.
You shut your fucking whore mouth right now. You shut your whore mouth right now. Don't you?
I'm gonna come down there with the Enterprise for a gift for you.
I'm gonna cram it right up where the sun don't shine.
Just get you a Shatner mask. It can be dual purpose, for Michael Myers and Star Trek.
There you go.
I have a Shatner story for you, but I'll tell you that another day. All right, Mosh, you up?
All
Well, I was going to say no. Go ahead.
What was that?
No, Chris never answered his collection.
Oh, go ahead, Chris.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm just going to tell you that I collect junk cars.
Don't let him lie to you. He builds race cars.
I collect junk cars.
Okay.
I got a whole yard full of junk cars.
But two really nice ones.
Some of them actually, some of them in the video for Wake the Dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually in the video.
Yeah, the body for his funny car is in the. When you open the door, you can see the body of the funny car.
Yeah,
that's got to be one hell of an expensive hobby.
Yeah, it's not a hobby no more. It used to be a hobby.
The wife probably ended that one, huh?
Well, I give her my Camaro. I had a '67 Camaro drag car, and I had gave her that on her 50th birthday. And I had acquired a funny car since then and built a top alcohol funny car. So I had to give her something, so I didn't have two of them. I didn't want two of them.
Okay.
No way. No. but I could have one in peace.
Fair enough. All right. All right, Mosh, you're up.
So each of y'all were given superpowers. What are they, and are you a hero or are you a villain?
I'll take thought control, and I'm a villain.
What was the power?
Thought control.
Ooh.
So you're talking like an evil Charles Xavier.
There you go.
Yeah, basically.
I'll just do whatever I please. Thank you very much.
First trip he's taking is straight to the bank.
That pretty much trumps anything. You can't beat that.
Sorry.
Oh, I can fly. Well, yeah. No, you can't.
Exactly. You've forgotten how to fly.
Oh, no, you can't fly.
Oh, that would be shitty. I never really thought about that.
Right.
Yeah, that would be shitty.
Man, you could just take over everything.
I wouldn't be doing it for evil though, just more for profit, probably.
I was like, that's why first trip will be straight to the bank.
Yeah, not world domination. I just want a nice boat, some nice cars,
I
and
did
a house.
not steal that money. I simply asked her to give it to
And
me.
she handed it right over. Exactly.
I don't know what to tell you.
Damn. I don't think we've had an answer beat everybody.
I mean, would that kind of fall along the lines of Jedi?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Or Charles Xavier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's coming from like evil Xavier, that'd be a mind screw. That wouldn't be a mind trick. That'd be no, you're not doing shit.
Maybe not necessarily so evil until people messed with me, and then kind of a squish,
Fair enough. Fair enough. I like it.
Wow.
I absolutely dig it.
What would you name yourself?
The honesty circle, all right? What would I name myself? Oh, no.
Ooh.
Oh, I've got one for you.
Skogalopolis.
Yeah, Dr. Skogalopolis. I have to wear a white jacket.
Yeah, I got
With the
Yeah,
mohawk,
there you
of
go.
course.
Oh, no, definitely. No, the mohawk is the source of the power.
Ah,
Yeah.
I've got
I don't touch my temple, I touch my mohawk.
Fair enough. All right. How about the rest of you?
Well, I think I'd want to be a scientist so I could cure cancer. I think they need
You
to
want to be
cure
a
that.
hero.
I could be the hero.
Okay, so
Somebody
you
needs
just,
to do
you
it.
just want to be a genius. Gotcha.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of like, I want to be a hero, but I want to be able to, like, step out of line every now and then if I want to.
So you
Cool,
want to be
anti-hero.
So,
Yeah, man.
well, I mean, do good most of the time. And, if something happens, sorry.
I want to turn him into a shish kebab.
Right. Yeah.
Just
But I
kinda
mean, I don't know, man. I kind of like be like a chaotic neutral, I think. Like I'm good
You
most of
busting
the
out the
time.
D&D,
Just
sir.
don't piss me off.
anti-hero. You good?
I mean, I'm good most of the time. Just don't piss me off. I think we'll get bad.
fair enough. Fair enough.
We got one of each.
Right,
All right. So, if you could have 24 hours with one of your heroes, who would it be and why? Musically.
Dimebag Daryl. Yeah, no, he was probably the one guitar player in my entire life that I felt like was it. I mean, he had a very interesting playing style. He had a huge personality. The fact that, Pantera only had one guitar player is one of the main things that really drives me to only want to have one guitar player in our band. So that way I get to try to step in, not necessarily fill his shoes, but maybe try to somewhat pay homage to the style of music that he was able to achieve.
Right.
That he was a really cool guy.
That's true.
Sounds like you got to meet him.
I did, yeah, a couple times.
Man, I bet that was awesome.
Unfortunately, I was for the most part too young to really appreciate it very well. And then once he died, it was kind of like, oh crap, I didn't really take the advantage of that situation when I should have.
That sucks.
I understand that.
Such is life.
Yeah. That's true too. All right. How about
Hindsight 20/20 every time.
that is true too.
Guess if I wanted to do that, I'd probably be John Bonham.
Okay.
I just always, that was when I was a kid, I'd beat on the drums on the lick there on Whole Lot of Love where he comes out of it and all the crazy music. That was probably in 75. I would be beating on stuff listening to that to give y'all an idea of how old I really am. So close to the grave.
Fair enough.
I don't know,
So,
man. Probably like, God, that's a good one. Neil Peart, maybe Ginger Baker.
I had a feeling Neil Peart's name was gonna get thrown out there.
Well, in an interview once, Neil Peart said that there's one man that he would not even attempt to play against, and that was Ginger Baker. So, I mean, if he's saying that about the guy, I mean, wow, that's pretty high praise coming from a guy that plays drums better than most people that have ever tried. So yeah.
So on that, we have actually hit the end of our time. So is there anything that you guys want to drop? Is there any merch that you want to drop out? Links, websites, anywhere to get your music?
If you want to buy any merch from us, just go to our Facebook page and message us. Right at the moment, we're just kind of shipping stuff out and taking Cash App or Venmo. We don't actually have an actual merch site just yet. We're going to be doing the album release in October. And then we've got another music video that's coming out that is Lego animation that is coming out in June.
Okay.
I can't wait for that already.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to enter it into Brick World Stone Festival this year.
It's awesome. I've seen bits and pieces of it.
I'll
Suck
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
crazy.
send you the finished. I'll send you the finished edition after this.
All right.
Oh,
All right. So on that, everybody, we are out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. It has been an
Thank you.
absolute pleasure. We will be back tomorrow night with another band. I don't really remember who it is. Fuck, shit, damn it, whatever.
Sound like a good band. Y'all guys have a good time, man. Have a good night. Peace
I
out.
failed,
Thank
but
y'all,
you're
man.
gonna have a good time. So
Atomic
just join us on that.
Spitfire. Atomic Spitfire.
Oh, okay.
There
So
you
that's
go.
going to be an
There you
early
go.
show because they are from Sweden. So that will be an early show tomorrow. So on that, we are out of here. We love you guys. Have a fantastic evening. And until tomorrow.